I've always been an underdog. I grew up on a small island in Alaska with no roads or stores, and I took a boat every day just to get to school. I always had hoop dreams. They told me I wasn't big enough, that I wasn't fast or strong enough, that a white boy from Alaska would never make it. So I hustled that much more to prove them wrong. It's funny how the harder you work, the luckier you get. My name is Jesse LeBeau, and I always root for the underdog.
He considers himself an underdog and shares his story of determination to others.
Jesse LeBeau was a hometown boy with a big dream, a dream that is now a reality.
Jesse LeBeau has taken his story of underdog to on top.
So he's not your average speaker. LeBeau uses his basketball skills to engage his audience and get kids to open up. Today he speaks to millions of teens about his own struggle and shares his message that attitude is everything.
Well, we've been touring all over the country in our basketball bus here we like to call La Bus.
Yeah.
And we're doing teen motivational assemblies.
LeBeau realized his purpose and hopes others can do the same.
Once I kind of found my why for what I feel like I was put here to do.
Who's been featured in commercials, TV shows, even movies.
Jesse's story is inspirational, speaking to kids about his new book. It's called Among the Giants, How One Underdog Pursued His Dreams, and You Can Too.
But what would you tell kids who were once like you and want to do big things?
That's what's been really cool since the book's come out is not everyone wants to be a basketball player, but everyone almost that I've found has felt like an underdog at some point. So what I always advise is you can approach every obstacle, every struggle that you have in your life as either a problem or an opportunity, and it's all about your attitude. And then helping kids further than that, helping them go through these things that they're going through that they're having a hard time. So it's our way of grabbing them and then bringing them back to LA and partnering them with someone that's a celebrity that's gone through the same trial or tribulation that they're going through.
I've got to travel all over the world and play basketball with some of my favorite NBA players. And people like the N1 street ball players like the Professor, Bone Collector, and have an amazing experience. And again, it's all because of basketball and choosing not to get bitter, but to get better. People in the front, if you're someone who's a leader, it starts with kindness. And that kindness is by stretching your hand out to those people that are invisible, that don't have the courage to stand up for themselves and that can bully. So if you really want to be a true leader and you really want to make a difference in your life, the time is now, and you can do that by helping other people. How many of you in this auditorium have ever been told you can't do something? Put it high. Look around. Hands down. Almost everyone's hand was up. People don't need to do this stuff where I'm from. I'm the exact opposite body type of a basketball player. I'm an undersized underdog who struggles with all the same things that you guys struggle with, if not more. And I probably have a lot more potential than most of you sitting here right now to be happy.
This for kids, inspiring them, saying anything is possible. But where did the idea for this show come from?
Well, it really came out of just a natural kind of going through this. We would go and we would speak at these schools, and afterwards they come up with some of the just most heartbreaking stories that you've heard. Our program brings in mentors, whether it's celebrities, inspirational people, professional athletes, and we immerse them in this culture that's motivational, that's positive, and we give them the tools to be able to deal with anything that life throws at them.
This message it's so powerful.
It has definitely been a life-saving tool for our family and for my daughter.
Your story was inspiring.
He's relatable to teens our age.
Today inspired me by setting some goals, and those goals are really reaching to go into the Army.
As a school psychologist, my child didn't necessarily want to listen to what I have to say. From the first session, she would call me up, Mom, this is what I learned. I can't say enough.
You brought this great gift to our school, and thank you.
We can't control what happens to us, and unfortunately bad things happen. But the one thing that you can always control is your attitude and how you respond to it. And if you can learn to master that part of your life, I'm telling you, I promise you, you're gonna live a happier and more successful life. Every day, we meet people going through some of the most difficult situations you can imagine, which inspired us to do something about it. Each week, with the help of some of our celebrity friends, we're going to be doing whatever it takes to help the kids who need it the most.